And I'm live. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day so far. I guess I'll sit here and look around. Well, this is fun. Nobody's going to talk. Oh, wow. YouTube already took away all my viewers. Huh. Well, that was nice of them. Why would you do that, shitheads? Hmm. Peculiar. I have one viewer right now and they're not talking. Hmm. Weird. Why would they do that? Let's sit here by myself now. Well, one person. Now it says there's two. Hey, it'll pick up. It always does. Hey, what's up? How you doing today? Thanks for dropping by. You having a good day? And where are you at? Just state or country or whatever. What's up, Terry? How you doing? I know where you're at. Hope you're doing all right today. It's insanely hot here. What's up, Jackson? Where are you at, Purple? I'm in Texas and it's crazy hot here. Insanely hot. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever did that. Appreciate that. Iowa. It's hot in Iowa? Wow. Appreciate the hearts, whoever's doing that. It says the actual temperature is here is 97, but it feels like 101. Louisiana, I know it's hot there. Hot and muggy. I know who he is. Yeah, I've heard him before. I think I've reacted to him, I think. I know the name. It seems like I've reacted to him. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna be in Louisiana right now. I'm doing good. I'm inside in the air condition. I woke up on top of the dirt, not in prison. Yeah, humidity sucks, man. I can't stand that kind of heat. Hmm, interesting. That's quite a passion. I liked Ozzy Osbourne a long time. I don't think I've ever been to Iowa. Shit, I know exactly what you mean, Jackson. Got another dog? That's cool. What kind of dog is it, Terry? Uh, yeah, Jackson, it's so hot here, you can be standing in the shade talking to somebody and start sweating. Uh, and in the evening when the sun starts going down, you go outside, it feels like a hair dryer blowing. It's crazy. French bulldogs, that's cool. And I still have to go out and feed the cows. Yay! Mm. I think my chair's do I like the heat? No, and that's only become recently that I've started hating it. When I was young, I didn't give a shit one way or the other. I preferred the heat. I worked outside doing concrete work, loved it. Oh, we're down to 2, and the only reason we have those 2 is because I couldn't catch them. Oh, bragging, Terry, we haven't had rain here. I can't tell you the last time we had rain. And they're talking about doing, like, an emergency water restriction here, where they're gonna limit how much you can use. Uh, we got when we bought these, uh, one of them had been abused, not from us, but it had been abused, so it scared of people anyways. So when I started rounding them up, I do it in the least stressful way. Taking them to sale, that's extremely stressful, and bringing them in from sales, it's a really stressful thing for us. So I try not to stress our cows out, and I catch them. But yeah, it's a lot like the desert. Right now, right here, it is a lot like the desert. But I try not to stress our cows out. So when I went to catch these 2, the one that had been abused, got her on the trailer before I could get the door shut. She jumped over the other cow, ran at me, and in case you don't know, you wait till the last second. If you move too soon, the cow will run over you. So you wait till I wait till the last second, moved, and she literally jumped our fence and ran off. And it took me a little over a week to catch her again, but now she's really, really leery of me. So I planned on taking her this spring, but spring came and went. I can't even get her close to the trailer. She hears me fire up the tractor, she goes and hides. 'Cause I use the tractor to put the trailer. I'm better at maneuvering the trailer with the tractor than our truck. So as soon as she hears the tractor fire up, she runs and hides. But I will get her sooner or later. Yeah, we were gonna sell them all off because of the drought. Uh, a lot of people did that last year. We were going to do the same thing. I got all of them but those 2. I feel like I'm sinking. Not just sinking, I think my chair is just dicked up. Yeah, that's something I quit doing. I quit I like spring and fall. And here in Texas, spring and fall are like that quick. Um, it's actually a really old chair, but I mean, you're right, probably are loose, but it's a really old chair, and I need to buy a new one. It's justifiable, I just haven't done it. You used to watch me in school? Jackson Matthews. I used to watch you in school. How'd you watch me in school? Oh, when you were in school? Is that what you're saying? Hey, that's pretty cool. Oh. Uh. Hey, that's cool, though. I have a guy that I work with who's watched me since he was in school. Hey, but it's all good as long as you're watching, that's all I care about. Well, it's not all I care about, but watching in school, watching at home, watching in church, whatever, I'm good. That's cool, I appreciate that, man. No, he's not from my school, Terry, that's not what he's saying. He was in school, and he watched my reactions. So I'm guessing on his phone or something. Oh, wow. Thanks, Purple. Wow, both of you 20 oh, you graduated in 2020, wow. Man, I would have graduated in '86. I was supposed to graduate in '85, but I was so popular in the 7th grade, they invited me back the next year. Yep. So you know for sure, Jackson. My second reaction was to Lil Peep. The first one I did was a Tom McDonald reaction, and somebody asked me to react to Lil Peep, and it took off from there. Yeah, I didn't even know reactions were a thing, and one day I was surfing through YouTube and went, "Well, shit, I could do that." And since I like all kinds of music, I think it makes sense that I do it. And make a lot. I'd be a lot more popular if I loved everything. I can't do that. I'm a good actor. I could act like I do. Well, that's not necessarily true. I did try to act like I liked Lil Yachty song, and I couldn't pull it off. That song sucked. We were going to do an April Fool's video. I don't know why YouTube keeps bumping my viewers up and down. That's weird. Yep. Took a walk. Oh, man, that's a piece of shit. No, I have not. The only time I listen to stuff like that is when people suggest it or ask me to listen to it. I don't like Lil Yachty at all. That's cool. When I was a kid, we used to have this. I don't think they do this anymore in school, but we had to put on headphones. We had a little cassette recorder. We had to listen to tapes while we read. When I was in the sixth grade, my reading level was I was reading in an 11th grade reading level, so I didn't need the tape to listen to. So I would put music tapes in and listen to them while I did them. That's funny. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. Like I said, I don't listen to him. I don't like him. There's a lot of artists I don't like, and unless I ask me, and believe it or not, I am honest when people have me react to something I don't like. Now there are a few artists I will not react to because I am really shitty about it, but I have an open mind. Yeah, I figured it was you, Terry. Nobody else does that shit. Uh, I'm not hating on you for it. I don't care. I don't know how YouTube counts it. I don't know if they do it like with comments. I don't get credit for the good ones and not credit for the bad ones. They all count the same. So the algorithm reads all comments, regardless they're negative or positive, as the same. Uh, but when I do listen to artists that I don't like, uh, I'm not eligible to be paid again until September 27th. They sent me a nice little letter because I made them review my channel again, so they bumped me till September 20. Yeah, September 27th. But still, maybe they'll see all the hearts and go, "Oh." But yeah, they need to pay me something because they're still making money off my videos. Oh, uh, well, Jackson, to be honest, they sent us creators a survey, and as everything, I was brutally honest on it. And a few days later, I got a notification that told me I had committed a community violation, and they took away my monetization. And 3 months in a row, when I reapplied, they instantly said, "Nope, you're still in violation." So I took this other option that they give. I shot a video, and they finally told me what they said was wrong, which that's weird. It wasn't wrong prior to me doing that survey, but now all of a sudden it's wrong. So that's why I deleted literally almost all of my shorts. I had got 1.4 million views in 34 days off of my shorts alone, and they were all happy. But then when I criticized them in the survey, all of a sudden that's bad. So I took down all those shorts, and I'm gonna try again, but in a different way that they want me to try or do, which I think is bullshit because all sorts of people what it boils down to, YouTube, and I'm not making this up, it was in the letter. YouTube thinks you are too stupid to distinguish the difference between channels. They said with my compilation videos, people not know they're watching a different channel. That was literally written in there. People or they said people may become confused as to what channel they're watching. That was literally in the letter. So they're saying you're too stupid to know. They need to watch out for you and tell you what you can watch. So I have to redo I have to find a different way of shooting my shorts so that y'all don't get confused and YouTube will feel better about themselves. They have since sent me 2 more surveys, which I haven't taken. I've dismissed them. Oh, that's that's really not how that works. Um, it's not the artist doing it, it's the record labels. I have 2 record labels that don't like me, so they will block my videos for 48 hours. Now, there are a few labels that block certain artists permanently, and you can't react to them, but because I'm doing a reaction, it's breaking it up. Yeah, that just depends on the label. EMI and, one other shitty ass label, they don't like me, so they'll block me for 48 hours, but this all falls into, there's a whole bunch of shit that goes into it. They can and there are a few bands that they do it for or specifically songs that they'll do it for. Alright, Terry. Good night, man. That's right, life is a journey, exactly what I told you. Get some rest. See you next time. Hey, I appreciate that, Jackson. Um, I'm there's just a few I'm not gonna kiss the labels' asses. What they want is people who just love everything. So if you criticize any of their artists, they get pissed off. Like, and I've never criticized this band, but for a while, Måneskin was doing really well on my channel. All my reactions to them were great, and all of a sudden the label decided they don't want me to react to them, so they just started blocking them. Oh no, they don't want to hear the truth. And that's the thing with the music industry right now. They're in complete control, and they're forcing people to accept shit. Uh, as much as I don't like D. Snyder because he's a from Twisted Sister, he's a douche, but he's a smart dude, especially when it comes to music business. He's said, a lot of people said that grunge killed heavy metal. It did not. The record label killed, or record labels, music business industry killed heavy metal. It killed rap, or it's killing rap right now. It killed grunge because what they do is when something works, oh well, if one artist can do that, let's have 50 artists do it. That's why rappers all look the same. Hey, what's up, Scott? Uh, that's why you got a lot of rappers looking the same now and sounding the same. You know, they just keep pumping out the same old shit, and that's all the music industry. Because if you look at a lot of the rappers, there's a lot that I really liked in the beginning when they first hit, and then once the labels got their hooks into them and got some success, they all start looking the same, sounding the same. I mean, there's some of them that I try to react to, and I can't do it because it's the same shit. And that's all I'm gonna do is sit there and say, "This is the same old shit." And then I'll have more than 2 labels pissed off at me. Money, drugs, and women, that's all they talk about. Oh, who is that guy? Um, someone had me react to a song called I think it's called "Letter to My Daughter" or some shit like that, and he threw all that shit in there about shooting people and money and shit, and I was like, "What the hell does that have to do with your daughter?" It didn't even make sense, it sounded so far out of place, but yeah, and that's the main reason that's one of the many reasons that I enjoy the music from other countries way better. 'Cause they're not doing the same old shit, and it's not all doom and gloom, and it's positive. Even when they do something that's kind of down, it's comes off positive. Well, I don't know that they can't think of anything else. They're not allowed to think of anything else. Uh, and the little bit of money that they're giving these rap guys that where they think they're loaded, that's nothing compared to what the industry's keeping. They're just giving them enough to think they're rich, and that game's been going on for a long time. Um, Purple, I don't think they give them a ton of money. In comparison, I don't think it's a ton of money. To these guys that grew up poor, it seems like a lot of money. Sharon Osbourne, her dad used to be Black Sabbath's manager. He did the same thing to Black Sabbath. He gave them just enough money so they could buy houses, a couple of cars, a bunch of drugs. They thought they were killing it. Meanwhile, he's fucking them 6 ways from Sunday, taking all the money. That's the record business is still doing that. Right now, they're doing it with the rappers, and as soon as they finish them up and it starts drying out, they'll dump them. You watch. It's gonna be sad. The guys that have been in the game for a long time, those are the ones that are doing well, like Snoop Dogg, they've been around, they figured out the business, they figured out how to make money and quit letting the labels use them the way they were. But these younger guys that are so desperate to make it, I mean, look at, like Lil Skies, uh, the baby or Lil Baby, um, what's his name? There's a rapper I really liked when he first came out. Yeah, there's no longevity. Oh, what they're trying to get while the getting's good. That's exactly what they're doing. I upset a lot of people when they ask me, "Lil Peep wasn't he's already fading. He still has a strong fan base, but he's fading quick. You can't put out new music, it goes." So he's got the hardcore fans that are still clinging on, but it won't be long for nobody's talking about him. It won't be long for nobody's talking about a lot of the guys that are still in the game. What's up, Krauser? How you doing, buddy? Um, I'm trying to think of that dude's name that I really liked. Um, oh shit. When he first came out, man, he was amazing. And now he sounds no different than NBA YoungBoy, Lil Skies. They all sound the same, and that sucks. I need different, you know? Like the Japanese bands that I like, they're not cookie cutter, they're very different. Even the Japanese rap is different. And the bands that remain independent and stand their ground, the labels do everything they can to make you think everybody hates them. I'd not believe how bad I just stubbed my toe I was already sitting down, but I moved my feet. I'm trying not to scream and cuss on camera. Yeah, Krauser, the labels are crap. Purple, yeah, that's because, he's gone, so they're just trying to make all the money they can off of his name. It's just like Juice World, same scenario. Oh, yes, I've heard of Greta Van Fleet. I reacted to them when they first came on the scene. You really don't wanna know what I think about them. They were okay that first time I listened to them, but it ran its course really quick. Oh, absolutely, Krauser, and in this day and age, you can do it independently. There are a lot of bands that are proving that. So, yeah, stay independent, absolutely, because you can record just as good at home with all the shit that you don't even have to have Pro Tools to make a good quality CD. Hey, Jackson, I appreciate you being here, man. You take care. Stop by anytime. I'm here every Thursday from 2 to 4 Central. But be safe. Um, but yeah, Krauser, you can record quality music yourself at home the way you want. I hope you have a great day too, man. Um, uh, yep. Zip, but record what you want the way you want. You don't need I mean, you might need to find somebody who's got some better skills if you don't have the skill for mixing, but yeah, I hate to see people get all eat up by the label, man. Oh, that happens all the time, man. Um, why can't I think of that dude's name? There's a guy I really liked when he first came out. Man, I like that dude. Well, they've got him all messed up. Like I said, for me, just hearing the music, I wasn't watching the video. I couldn't tell the difference between him and NBA YoungBoy, Lil Skies, Lil Baby. It's just it all sounds the same. It all has the same subject matter, and it's just ridiculous. Because some of these guys had some shit to say when they came out. When I first reacted to them, they were amazing. I don't know why YouTube's messing with my viewers. I haven't said any of the 2 words I'm not allowed to say. Um, well, for one, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to Lil Pump, but, I mean, he sucks. He's horrible, garbage. Uh, I heard he made a bunch of money, he went broke, released another album, and made a bunch of money again, but that dude's a joke, man. There is nothing there's no substance to him. I just horrible. And there's guys I work with that are like, "Oh, no, it's the vibe, man. I listen to him. I like him. I fuck with that." "What's up, DC? How you doing, little buddy?" "I'm doing good. Been having a good conversation here. People talking. I don't know why my viewers are fluctuating like that." Right now we're talking about music industry, um, how the industry's yeah, labels, how they're ruining themselves and ruining music for everyone. And look at all them hearts pumping in. Hope that counts for something. I don't think Brandy's gonna be here today. I think he said he's got something else to do. I think that's what he said. Do I think industry plants are bad? Well, yeah. Industry plants only work for the industry. But it's crazy, know, once upon a time, they just pushed the bands. They actually did artist development deals. By development, they saw a band that potentially had something, and they gave them time to become something. Now they take bands who have something and completely use them up, throw them away, and drive on. You know, a lot of the younger kids talk shit about the music from the '70s and '80s, but guess what? There's a reason those bands still tour and still sell out stadiums. They got something. Even the ones that don't really have anything, even some of the joke bands, they're still killing it. Most of these guys that y'all listen to now will not nobody be talking about them in 20, 30 years. 30 for sure, but I don't think it might be talking about them in 20 years. It's just gonna move on because there's no longevity, but you look at the artists hell, there's even artists from the '60s that people still want to see. Now granted, there's a lot of bands from the '80s that should just stop because they're horrible and they're just ripping people off, but that's the point. They became so well established. Like, I use Ozzy a lot, right? I I pissed a bunch of people off with something I said about Juice World. Don't get me wrong, I like Juice World, but I'm realistic and unbiased, and his fans got upset, and they tried telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Juice World is a little pile of gold, and the label's gonna make as much as they can. Everybody who can make money off of him is gonna make money off of him, but because he's gone and there won't be more and more and more and more music, I mean, they're grasping now, mixing up what they're mixing, but eventually it's gonna run out and nobody's gonna care. Ozzy Osbourne has been doing this since the late '60s. Black Sabbath was originally called Mother Earth. They formed in like '68 or '69. Ozzy's been around so long. I promise you, they're going to make money off of him for 20 or 30 years after he's dead. Scorpions have been around since the '60s. They'll make money off them long after. Now, granted, they're not as popular as Ozzy, but they still tour and sell out stadiums. The Rolling Stones, look how long they've been around. And I promise you, they'll make truckloads of money off it probably 50 years after they're gone. And the reason that is they established themselves, and then when their fans had kids, their kids were raised listening to them. Those kids raised their kids listening to them, and those kids raised their kids listening to them. That's how it works, and that's smart. Not what the label's doing now, and I don't understand how they don't see that. That they're just doing the money grab. Let's get as much as we can right now. Oh, well, he's done. Out the door. Man, I wish I could think of that dude's name. I can see his face, I can see his album. It's that rapper I'm trying to remember. That I really man, when I first reacted to him, I was blown away. I was like, "Holy shit, he's got something to say." But, Purple one more thing about Lil Pump, is that dude's a joke and a lying sack of shit anyways. So, how much is true that he posts? I don't know. Or that somebody posts trying to pump him up? I don't know. What I do know is facts, and the fact that he made a bunch of money, lost a bunch of money, came back and made a bunch of money again is just horrible. Even if they make it 5 years, Krauser, I mean, that granted, that's probably fairly accurate on the average, but look how many more don't. When I sit here and think about artists who had number 1 hits and in less than 2 years, nobody really knew who they were. They literally disappeared off the planet. Oh, um, well, Purple, a lot of times people will start it's not too hard to start, I'm gonna say rumors, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but whatever it is, it works, publicity. Um, I had considered because I can do it quite well. Oh, you ain't the only one. I mean, there's a bunch of lils. There's a bunch of artists, period, that I don't ever hear from, and that's just in the what, 3.5, 4 years I've been doing reactions. There's artists that have just fallen off. Nobody talks about. It's not that they've completely faded away. Some of them are probably still around. Nobody talks about 'em. And you got guys like I used to love NASCAR Allo. I can't react to his new music. I don't like it at all, not even kind of, sort of. It's horrible. And when I first heard about him, and the first couple of reactions I did, I was like, "Poof." I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if the label got their hooks in him or what, but I don't like that shit he puts out. Um, shit, there's there's quite a few artists that I liked in the beginning, and I just I can't. I've tried, and I don't wanna do those reactions even though I think I could probably do alright, because the only thing people love more than you loving everything is you hating and talking shit, because when you do that, they're gonna come and talk shit to you, and they're gonna tell their friends, and their friends are gonna come talk shit to you, and all of a sudden, the algorithm picks it up because, like I said, the algorithm rhythm does not distinguish between good and bad. All they know is somebody's watching and talking shit, or comments are being made. So, I could just sit here and go just talk horrible shit about a lot of artists, and it wouldn't be fake, it would be there's a lot of artists that I can say some really bad shit about. I don't know what the hell is going on with my viewers, why it keeps dropping like that. Maybe YouTube's trying to put me in my place, I didn't make coffee before the stream, so I might run out of water. I might fall asleep, who knows? Not really, I don't think I'll fall asleep, as long as y'all are talking. Oh, hey, that's a good question, DC. Well, I have to say, as from the list that you gave, because I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot that goes with Leatherface that's not really scary. But as far as the other ones, I'd say Freddy Krueger is my favorite out of the ones you listed because I like his comment. Because Jason and Mike Myers don't talk. So, yeah, but yeah, so Freddy Krueger would have to be my favorite out of that. I told y'all my favorite horror movie is the original Exorcist. I know there's a new Exorcist movie coming out. I will not watch it. I saw the trailer for it, and there's personal reasons that I will not watch it. Not scared or nothing like that. It's a very unpopular opinion. If I said it publicly, I could be canceled. Not that I'm really afraid of being canceled. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't mind people hating me, but I don't want them to hate me for the wrong reason. If I publicly said why I won't watch the new Exorcist movie, I have not watched Barbie yet, but I'm going to end up watching it because Savannah wants to see it. Well, I'll end up seeing it, I know. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. My tits are plastic. I'm so fantastic. I don't know the words to the song, but I like the song. What's my thoughts on the Saw movies? Okay, I didn't watch the last 2, I watched the first 2. The first one, I really enjoyed. Second one was alright, and then I just lost interest. The concept of doing that to someone is not a concept I've not explored. I don't mean I've done that to anybody, but I'm one of those people, and I have to be very cautious in saying this, I try to be prepared for everything, every possible scenario that could happen. That way, in case it's better to know something or be able to do something and not have to do it than to need to do it and you can't do it. So, I'm not even gonna say that there's not a reason to do any type thing like that. I wouldn't do it to innocent people. It would be someone that hurt one of my family members, someone that came into my home. I'm very, very strict on that. But, yeah, I can see me doing those things. It's quite plausible. However, I have Indian tortures that 'cause I'm a history nerd, and that's my favorite era. I have Indian tortures that are far better than those. Oh, I mean, yeah, far better than those. Alright, I like when y'all ask questions. I ran 2 people off on my answer. I'm like, "Oh, shit, that dude's weird." Anyways, keep asking questions, I like that, 'cause y'all gotta know that I'm gonna tell you. I mean, there's certain things I can't say on camera, but I may oh, wow. YouTube must have got mad and dropped my viewers down to almost nothing, and I didn't even say LZ or egg rolls. Yeah, I like the first one, like I said, the second one was okay, but after that, it's ran its course. Yeah, I didn't watch the last one. That's exactly what they do with movies like that. See, like, with The Exorcist, they can retell that story, um, kind I kinda get that, Purple, but just because somebody's ungrateful to be alive doesn't give you the right to do that to them. Oh, yeah, people are definitely scum, I mean, all you have to do is look for real life, look what happened in the pandemic. I'm calling it pandemic, that's government control. The way people hoarded, unnecessarily hoarded shit. My family's number 1, but you know what? I'm gonna take what we need. I'm not gonna fuck my neighbor like that or any other person in town. Everybody has families. Oh, yeah. Oh, I talk about that with my friends a lot, Krauser. Uh, People that seem too perfect are usually the worst people. I learned growing my friends that were raised in Brady Bunch families, either one parent was cheating, both parents were cheating, both parents fought, both parents beat their kids up, both parents, one or both were alcoholics or drug addicts. But on the outside, man, they were the real all-American Brady Bunch family. I come from an extremely dysfunctional family. Not saying it's better, but at least we were open about our feelings and shit. So, yeah, people that seem too perfect, they got shit in their closet, and it's always amazing. I mean, I have friends that are super nice people, but they're, like, self-abusive, but you would never know just talking to them like, "Man, that person's so great." But meanwhile, they're torturing themselves or being tortured. It's it's insane. I mean, we all have our demons. Do not get me wrong. We all have our demons. But yeah, so yeah, Purple, they did take that movie to or the situation to the extreme, and it is for entertainment. Yeah, that is a fact, Krauser. See, I learned early on about that, very early on, but, like, my clique of friends that I hung out with, we knew everything about each other, and it was kind of odd in those teenage years for everyone to be or the people I hung out with, to be that open. We talked about beatings and all sorts of shit. We talked about everything, and I felt that that made our bond stronger. I'm still friends with most of those people to this day. Most of them, not all of them. I tell people that all the time, Purple. I used to be a lot meaner than I am. As I've gotten older, don't get me wrong. I have the potential to be, let me carefully word it, very mean. But as far as people in general, I say hello, what's up, good morning to literally almost everyone I see. It's in there, DC. It's at the ready. It's not hard to bring that out. But I always try to be kind to people, hold doors, all that kind of shit. And I try not. I fuck with my friends, but I don't mess with strangers. And I'm very alert to my friends. If they seem something seems off, I check on them. But I try to be nicer to everyone because I don't want to be the reason. but that person snaps, goes home, and eats a bullet. I worded it that way so no red flags goes up. Um, but I would hate to be the reason because not that you were like purposely being mean, but you just kinda messing with them. You don't like you said, you don't know what they're going through. They could just be at that moment. Eventually, the rubber band will snap, and you don't want to be that person. I've helped 3 people not commit suicide. Well, I shouldn't have said that word. Unalive themselves. Sorry, YouTube. That was we'll call that strike 1. Weird that I can't say that, or I'm not supposed to say that. But I've helped 3 people not do that. I have a lot of friends that dump a lot of shit on me because they know I'm not gonna judge them and I'm not gonna tell anybody. It's not that I won't tell anybody the story, I would never out them. I'd never say, "Whoa, Betty Joe Bucktooth told me this." Sometimes people just need to get shit off their chest. Like an emotional tampon, they'll just, "Hey." Sometimes that's all they need is someone to listen and not judge them. A lot of my friends are stunned when they tell me something. I'm like, "Yeah, it is what it is." But sometimes that's what people need. But yeah, I for the most part, I'm really nice, polite. I always tell people to have a nice day, all that kind of shit. But I do have a very mean sense of humor, and sometimes people confuse my sense of humor for real life. That's shit I wouldn't do in real life. I can't believe anyone would think that somebody would do that in real life. Bizarre. But when needed, I'm really into the psychological aspect of people. That's why I talk to so many people about different things. Oh, no, everyone that knows me knows that. I joke see, y'all don't even get to really see my true nature in here because for the most part, we're having good conversations, and every now and then I do joke, but for the most part, my wife's always telling me, "You know what? One day you're gonna, like, be having a heart attack, and everybody's gonna think you're joking, and nobody's gonna help you." Um, I making people laugh is my number 1 goal every day. Used to with I did it through Facebook, and I did it through Instagram. I used to send out a joke of the day. Some of them were great, some of them weren't, but whatever the case, I mean, mostly with my posts anyways, I'm just trying to make people laugh. That's my number 1 goal every day is to make people laugh. And I have a reason for it, but that's all I wanna do. There's enough doom and gloom shit out there and stuff that pisses people off. Go look somewhere else. I'm strictly here to make people laugh. So that's what I try to do on Instagram. Hey, Savannah. So that's what I try to do on Instagram, my 6 Minutes channel, uh, and on my Facebook. It's just posting silly shit trying to make people laugh. I used to, with my Facebook, and I'm thinking about doing it again. I had a reason for stopping it. Well, I was done. I send out random messages, not right now, but I was doing it in the past. I've done it a couple of times. I send out 6 random positive messages and 6 random shock messages. And shock messages could be as simple as, "Good morning, turd." I actually had someone unfriend me. I can't believe people are offended by the word turd or being called turd. I think it's funny. The person that unfriended me, I had made a post on Facebook one day that says, "In the morning, I will send out a shock message to the first 6 people that liked this." This person was one of the people that liked it, and when I sent the message that said, "Good morning, turd," they were like, "What?" All upper caps with exclamation points, told me I was fucking rude and unfriended me. Okay. But my number 1 goal is to make people laugh. Something that I find odd about people, I get more responses from my shock messages, be it them laugh or just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Start a conversation, whatever. More people respond positively to that than than people that respond to positive messages. I find that bizarre. I do little experiments like that from time to time. I haven't done them on Instagram as much. I've sent people messages like, "Hey, thanks for watching my videos," or whatever, liking my shit. But for the most part, I do it on Facebook with people I actually know, and it's weird to people that give you a weird response to a positive message. How can you get something negative out of something positive? Like, sometimes it just says, "Hey, thanks for being my friend for the last," whatever it is, 10, 15, 20 years. What the hell's that all about? Or they don't respond. And to me, not responding is even ruder than sending a message going, "What the hell?" I rarely to never get negative responses to my shock messages. What the hell is going on, YouTube? I didn't say Zeppelin, so why are you cutting my viewers in half? That's weird. Is everybody gone for realsies? It says there's only 2 people here. I'm checking the lag by watching this monitor down here. It's quite a lag. The hell, YouTube? I make y'all mad again? It Oh, that is lag. Ooh. So, Purple, when you see or hear this part, I'm actually I joke around 90% of the time. I can be serious when I have to, but for the most part, I try not to be. Oh, shit, there we go. Random, but do I know anyone trying to move? That is really random. Stream's fine? Okay. Um, I'm watching this monitor, so I see the lag's pretty bad, but, um, my viewers dropped off. YouTube hasn't done this to me in a while. Uh, every 30 minutes, it resets my viewers. So they're cutting into my stream, so there must be something far more important than me streaming. Um, no, I don't know anybody trying to move right now. Oh, so that looked awesome on camera. Why I don't what's the point of that question? You got moving tips? Or you literally just picked a random question to, like, throw me off, like, "Oh, you're a realtor. Oh, that's dope." Um, no, I do not currently. That's good. That's the number one thing for me. I do not like pushy people or pushy realtors, car salesmen, whatever the case. That scared me. Oh, yeah, it is quite random, but that's dope, and now I see the point of asking, but no, right now I do not. Uh, when we way back when we first started to buy our first house, there were a few salespeople, like I don't know if I told this story on camera or not. I I got bit by a copperhead when I was right before I turned 5. Uh, I'm not scared of snakes, but I don't like to be in areas where they might be, like, under the house or here in Texas, we find them in attics. So I can't remember why my wife didn't go with me to look at this house, but it was a female realtor, and she was being super pushy, and she was like, "Check out the attic. People love the attic." I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." "I don't care about the attic." She goes, "No, check it out." I'm like, "I don't care." She goes, "No, everybody loves the attic. It's so big." I literally climbed up the ladder, stuck my head up, went, "Yeah, that is big," and got down. I was like, "Bitch, I said I didn't wanna see the attic." We didn't buy the house from her, by the way, but she said, "I didn't wanna see the attic." That should have been good enough. This should have been the end of it. Wow. Feel I'm down to 2 again. I am not getting much credit today. We're almost an hour in. I appreciate the fact that y'all are talking because, man, I could not sit here with no conversation. No, I get that, but still, when somebody says no, it should be no, especially something as silly as looking in the damn attic. I promise you, an attic will not make me buy a house or not buy a house. Hmm, what the hell that was. Oh, about attics? Maybe I'm weird. I'd never hide a body in the attic or under the house either. Hmm, that's very weird. Go ahead, ask some more random questions. That's pretty cool. Like I said, that one threw me off. I have several answers. And I would never say on camera, that's just dumb. There's lots of things I won't say on camera because it's just dumb. Hmm, a couple of hearts there. And my viewers go back down, that's weird. All those hearts? Alright, next random question. Anybody can ask, but I assure you I do have multiple answers to that question. I know the best way to do all sorts of things. Let's see. Nobody else gonna ask me any questions? It's like that awkward car drive when you pick up the hitchhiker, and they keep trying to talk, so you don't talk, you just keep driving, and then finally you look over and go, usually scares them. I don't suggest picking up hitchhikers, by the way. Well, I ran 2 people off saying that. Yeah, sad face. Or maybe people are leaving because I won't answer that last question. Hmm, I'm not sure if that's my wife out front working in her flower bed or if there's a squirrel in front of our house. Hmm, Oh, it sounds like her making. We're gonna go with that. Well, that's one really big ass squirrel. Need the Jeopardy music playing? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Like a heavy metal version of it, though. That's weird. Mentioned Jeopardy music and 2 people left. Oh, no, I haven't pissed you off yet. Alright, Krauser, aliens. Yes, I believe in aliens. Anyone that thinks we're it is not really thinking this out. Yes, I do believe in other forms of life in the universe. 100%. Matter of fact, the being that I choose to believe in that started life here on Earth, that by definition would be a God, is not well, I did have somebody tell me, for all they know, we're talking about the same person, we just view them differently. Damn, I'm down to 2 viewers now. Woohoo! But yes, I absolutely believe there are far smarter humans. That's why they haven't tried to contact us. We're like the shitty zoo that some farmer just set up because he caught a couple of deer. I don't think we're that smart. I think they started life here and they were like, "God damn, look at them. They're dumb." But absolutely, I 100% believe there is other life out there and they are far smarter than we are. I'm pretty sure there's some dumb ones too. I'm giving us a little credit. I don't want to think that humans are the dumbest ones out there. I like to think there's some out there that are dumber. For the most part, yes, I do absolutely believe there is intelligent life out there. And our government believes it too, regardless of what they say. And I may have to give in and get me a new chair that's more comfortable, lumbar support. This little piece of shit. Ugh. Just lean back for a minute for my back. Do y'all believe in other forms of life out there? Don't be afraid. This is a non-judgmental area. Well, I would imagine that the universe is still expanding, but we'll be long gone before anybody knows if it's expanding or collapsing. Flat Earth is retarded. I know people don't like that term. Well, here, we'll go because even dumber than that is like imbecile. Those are actually much lower on the intelligence scale. So anybody that thinks the Earth is flat, someone should be taking care of them. They should not be allowed on the internet or walking around by themselves or have sharp objects. They should wear helmets. It is impossible. That is a fact, Krauser. I mean, hell, we don't even know what most of our own ocean is or has is holding from us. But purple, people that say that the Earth is flat exactly, Krauser, that's true, dude. Especially when we have the capabilities of checking more of it than we do. But purple, people who say that the Earth is flat are just doing that to be a part of a group and to be different. People that say we faked the moon landing are just as dumb because at that time to fake the video would have cost more than it costs to actually fly to the moon. Also, there is a reflector on the moon that you can hit with a laser. It's a really powerful laser that you have to rent, but you can hit this reflector with a laser. There's only one way for that reflector to be on the moon and for us to know exactly where it's at. We were there and we put it. A lot of people say, "Well, why haven't we gone back to the moon?" Because there's fucking nothing there. It would cost money to start a colony, which is why we're searching other planets that are kind of jump started. Why they went to Mars. It's actually, even though it's farther and more expensive to get there, it's actually more plausible to start life on Mars than it is on our own moon, or so I've read. Wow. Please, and if you are a flat earther, I totally meant what I said, but I appreciate you being here and talking to me. Because just because I don't believe something doesn't make any sense to talk to them. I talk to people every single day that I can't fucking stand. I'm not saying I don't like you, I'm saying um, no, I like y'all. Y'all are here talking to me, but I am not a people fan. My wife thinks it's odd. I don't like large crowds unless they're there to watch me perform, and then the more the merrier. I don't like crowds. When we go to the movies, I try to pick a time when there should be almost no one there. I enjoy having a theater with air conditioning, super comfortable seats, and big giant screen and shit with no one there. We've gone where it's been just us, and that's awesome. One more footnote to that, I'm not liking people. I enjoy talking to people and delving into the the psychological aspects of it. I like to see what makes people tick, like their thought structures, how much they're willing to talk about, to truly be them, because everyone, bar none, has 3 sides. The side that the rest of the world sees, the side their family sees, and then the side they truly are. I, for the most part, all 3 of those are really close. I do have to tone it down in public. Later, Carl, it was good talking to you, buddy. Be safe, man. I will be here. Yeah, I like talking to people about everything. That's why those are stimulating conversations, especially when somebody tells me something that is just there's so much proof that they're wrong, but they firmly believe whatever it is they believe. Ryan, what is up, buddy? This has been kind of an odd stream, but we've been having great conversations. YouTube keeps dropping my viewers down like nothing, and the people that are here are talking, and it's been fun. So I'm glad you showed up, buddy. One thing I find fascinating about human beings is no matter how much proof you show someone when they believe something, it reaffirms their belief in what you've just proven is not real or true. That just blows my mind. So, any more questions? Well, that was kind of weird. Of course, I actually put thought in. Have I heard of the aliens found? I was just watching something yesterday where someone was I think it was formerly in the government talking about it. Usually don't watch oh, that's weird. We went from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. That's what I was fixing to say, Ryan. While I do believe in aliens or other life, extraterrestrials, whatever you wanna call them, I don't know that I don't know that this person would be going public like that. You know, I see shit on the news where they say that astronauts who literally walked on the moon said we didn't go to the moon. That's that's just not true. But so I don't know. I believe it could happen, it is plausible? Absolutely 100%. Good job. You did good. We're making all that racket. So, the answer to your question is I don't know how legit it is. I do believe Keith, what's up, buddy? Is it me or does Bandmade Reactor's algorithm have the song? Uh, I don't know. I guess it would depend on how well it did. I think didn't have Reactor blooming already a long time ago? I know they're re-releasing official live videos, but, one that I reaction to sounded exactly like the one I had already reacted to. I believe it was the same footage. So, it may not have been the official live version when I reacted to it, and now it's the same damn song, so it's gonna be the same thing. It's not like they changed it, like, the Love Bites reaction I just did, it sounded different to me than it when I originally reacted to it, but I guess it's retracted. That must have been Purple, I occasionally run into people I'm probably one of the best people to run into in public. I mean, in today's society, you don't really wanna just show up and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna be at Walmart at 9:07." That's how you end up getting killed. But, uh, like, from stand-up, people still see me today and they're like, "Oh, shit, I'm sick." I haven't signed an autograph in a long time, that's kinda weird. Uh, Speaking of autographs, I'm surprised Mark didn't come, he should have gotten his birthday card by now. That's something I think I'm gonna start doing, I like doing that. Uh, I think what it would be with Band-Aid is since they don't have anything new, they're doing that, and the Band-Aids or maniacs, whatever they call themselves, they're gonna jump on it and watch it, and it's gonna fire the algorithm, but I for me, it just if it doesn't sound different, if it sounds exactly like what I reacted to before, I think it's gonna be a lame reaction, so I'm not gonna do it just to get views. Obviously, I mean, from what I see in analytics, YouTube is not even recommending my videos anymore. Oh, shit, maybe that's why a bunch of people haven't shown up. They're not even putting this out there that I'm doing this. But Purple, oh, I'm sorry to say, yeah, I'm a really good person to run into in public. Uh, I'm very cool to everyone that, like, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I seen your video," or "Watched you stand up," or whatever the case. Uh, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but when people come up and ask me if they can take a picture with me, inside I'm like, "Really?" That's how I feel when I give autographs too. I'm always waiting for 'em to go, "Thank you, I don't want your autograph." That's never happened. People ask for it and they legitimately want it, which I find odd. Which takes me back to what I was gonna say. Uh, yeah, Mark sent me his address, so I literally sent him a birthday card. I think I wanna do that. For people who actually, like, come to my live streams and watch, I think I wanna send birthday cards to them. Oh, I ran into anyone that recognized yes, Ryan, there was a kid that got hired at my job, my one of my jobs, and while he was in training, he kept telling his trainer, "I think that's Bob Sixx, I watch his videos." And his trainer who knows me, he knew I had a YouTube channel, and he couldn't remember my professional name, but he knew my name was Bob. Bob is my real name. Um, so he came up and goes, "Hey." So, yeah, the kid was kind of excited at first. He watched me for years. That's kinda cool, but yeah, people recognize me less from YouTube. I do get a lot, and I know it has to be from YouTube. People going, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" Which would be the only place they would know, 'cause I haven't done stand-up in what, 6 years, I think? I think I quit doing no? Maybe, I think it's close to it feels like maybe 4 years. But yes, I do occasionally run into people who know me from YouTube. But usually it's from stand-up because I did stand-up more and it was more local. So, I think the last I'm calling it a meet and greet. I had did a comedy competition, and that was part of the requirement was afterwards that we stand in the lobby, and it's kinda surreal how many people come up to you like, "Hey." I'm always very kind. It's kind of ironic. The reason I'm so kind is when was 17, Nikki Sixx and Motley Crue talked to me on the telephone when he did not have to. Excuse me. He never rushed me to get off the phone, never said, "I gotta go." Super kind. So I've always been that way through my years in bands, stand up, whatever the case, I've always been kind to people. Even though Nikki's like the biggest douchebag now, once upon a time he was super cool. Um, I know people I can't say what, um, why they know him. I'm not stuttering, I'm saying trying to emphasize they actually know him. I can't say how they know him, but they've said he's, like, such an asshole. If you're not a rock star, he can't get something from you, or being a public eye. Well, yeah, but I don't really think they want me there. They'd be like, "Who? Oh, that guy that we don't like. Yeah, you can go over there." They put me, like, in a broom closet. So to say janitor and then Bob Six with an arrow. Bob Six from 6 Days with an arrow pointing at janitor. It's weird. I'm a little insignificant channel, and they just fucking whatever. But, yeah, Purple, I would do a meet and greet if I thought people would show up. I guess I could set up a table in front of Walmart with Bob Six from 6 Days, get your picture taken. People be walking by going, "What?" That'd be hilarious. Right. Any more questions? Oh, hell no. Maybe $5. I might pay $1,000. Did I ever tell you about the girl who asked for my autograph when I was like 16 or 17? I thought she was joking, and then when I went to sign it, because I always sign my professional name, she said, "No, I want your real name because I know someday you're gonna be somebody." I don't know how many times she stole my shit away. Who? I don't know why I know that name. Yeah, everybody's probably there. All the people that normally come to my stream, they're like, "Ah, he's just gonna talk to us." I watched the stream for a little bit the other day, and this person literally only spoke to, like, 2 people, maybe 3, would generally speak to everyone, but only acknowledge, like, 2 or 3 people making comments. I just think that's rude. I don't care how many people are here. I try to respond to every person here. I figure if you're gonna take the time to come see me, I need to be courteous. It's like when, wishing people happy birthdays on Facebook. How many people would do, like, a blanket, "Hey, thanks, everybody!" Like, these people took 6 seconds out of their day to wish you a happy birthday. You can't take 6 seconds to say thank you? I literally thank every single person that wishes me a happy birthday on my birthday. My birthday's a long way away, but I keep coming back to that. I'm gonna send birthday cards to the people who want them, that they have to send me their address. But even when my streams are, well, jumping by comparing it to this, I still try to respond to so there's been times I've had to back up to go back over comments because they're coming in so fast. But yeah, when it's dead like this, shit, we can have amazing conversations. I'm glad y'all talking because this is flying by as if there was a bunch of people here. This is fun to talk. I'm not gonna get the credit for it, but that's probably why they're cutting my stream like that. That person's probably way more important than me. Alright, any more questions? How do I get in contact with you 2? Well, that's part of why YouTube doesn't like me. In that survey, I talked about their shitty support for smaller channels. I am ready for Tom McDonald's new song tomorrow. Hopefully, everything will work right, and I can shoot a quick reaction to it. Not that it ever does good on my channel. Tom never does good on my channel, but I love Tom. Oh, I always react to him. "Hey, Deidre, how are you? Wonder if you're gonna show up." A lot of the Raiders aren't here. Ryan got here, Keith got here, Purple's here. We've been having good conversation. It's good to see you. Well, see your name. But yes, I am ready for Tom McDonald's new song tomorrow. But Purple, you send them a message and they say they'll get back to you. They've got a bunch of frequent question things to try to blow you off. It's not real easy. I don't know about regular people, but for us as creators, well, and I don't know about the big creators, they might have a direct line, but I don't. I mean, they got pissed off when I hit them up again trying to find out why they're not reinstating my monetization and bumped me till September, so they don't like me. So I don't know for sure how to get in contact with them other than con clicking the contact us link, and it's not like you get to talk to somebody. Like, sweep them under the carpet. Oh, shit. I'm not a I'm I assure you, I'm insignificant. And if I did have her phone number, she'd probably change it and fire whoever gave it to me. Oh, I'm sure some of the big ones. Absolutely. All right, we got 35 minutes. Some super dope questions would be cool. You can tell it's dry. My fucking nose is drying out. I actually have people here in my town that watch me, and I asked one of them one time because he told me, "Hey, I live in that same town." I wonder how many times you saw me and thought, "That dude looks like Bob Six." I wonder how much different I look on camera. I mean, I can see myself right there. I don't think I look any different. I mean, I see myself here too, but that's different. Uh, I get that a lot, like, and I planned a meet and greet, probably nobody'd show up, just be me, all by myself. All by myself. Weird, I can do Mickey Mouse, but I didn't quite hit the right octave on that. Not that that song is actually sung as high as Mickey Mouse, but that was the point. Yeah, Ryan, you would not be expected. You could phone it in, buddy. I mean, you flew 24 hours just for a meet and greet with me. I'd feel like I owed you something. Wow, YouTube's letting me have 8 viewers right now, 9 viewers. The crowd goes wild. There you go. Um, I am nowhere close to that. I do not have any thoughts on the new CEO. It doesn't She doesn't affect me at all. None of nobody nothing at YouTube affects me because 'cause I'm a little insignificant peon. Um, I think it's 100,000 for the first one. Yeah, I think it's 100,000, you get something, and then you get gold play button at I can't remember if it's 500,000 or 1,000,000. I think it's 1,000,000 you get the gold play button. Yeah, diamonds for 10,000,000. I assure you, I'll never get one of those. I could have probably have to make my own play button out of wood. Oh, I said wood, and I bet if I made my own wooden play button, YouTube would see it and go, "You take that shit down before we sue you. Who the hell do you think you are making your own play button, jackass?" I did make myself a little plaque for the first 3 cents I made as a YouTuber. Well, it wasn't a plaque, it's a little piece of glass etching on it. The moment I went became eligible for monetization, I made 3 cents. Started my retirement plan. Hey, Savannah. Alright, y'all. Give me some more questions that I have to think about, not ones I can make a YouTube pin. I could do that. I absolutely could do that, but I'm not happy with YouTube. They don't like me, I don't like them. I tried to get my other channel going on that other one, whatever the hell it's called, the green one. Yeah, y they say it's a you gotta have a 5-year commitment to really get going. I think I'm approaching 5 years, but it's kinda and the whole thing is, I know what will work, but I'm not willing to do that. I'm not gonna sit here and do phony shit. I try to build a solid community and hope it would take off. it's doing okay at best. I definitely would not do that. Um, yeah, because the only people that hate me worse than YouTube is Facebook, which is weird. The only people really showing me love is Instagram. They sent me a letter saying they're gonna start paying me, but, they haven't done that yet. But right now, Instagram is where I'm doing the best. I say TikTok and Facebook are close, they switch back and forth. Yeah, it may not be far away, whatever it takes to make that money. Uh, yeah, I tried to build a solid community. I'm not bullshitting. Uh, I'd hoped that people would trust me enough that they would like, if it was a music song they hadn't heard, that they would listen to it. That's not it. Most people are only gonna listen to the same old shit that they listen to. Most, I didn't say all, but most. So, that hasn't panned out quite the way I hoped it would. Uh, it does get old reacting to the same old shit. I mean, I know what works, but if I get too bored, it's gonna come off as too bored. That's weird. I just dropped from 11 to 4 people. I've done an ice bucket challenge before. Sure have, long way back when it first became popular. I was still doing stand-up then. But yes, I've done the ice bucket challenge. I can't do it here, but, uh, well, I guess, mm, I'd like to do a channel, like, helping people with mental issues. A lot of people seem to like that. I did a video on some of my mental issues, and I got a lot of response from that. Not as much here as I did in person. I agree 100%, Ryan. Every time I see that, hearing Bohemian Rhapsody for the first time, or hearing Stairway to Heaven for the first time, or hearing how you are so full of shit, it's not even funny. I mean, they shouldn't even be able to do the reaction because of the swarm of flies that should be around them. Yeah, there's no way those people have not heard those songs, but people love to see that, like that. I don't wanna call people's names, but there's certain reactors that it makes me want to grow up watching them do their reactions. The only reactor I can consistently watch and is SS Wolf. We watch her almost daily. I like the way she does her channel. I don't think that would fly for me, uh, but she's got it down. I don't I think she does fake it a little bit. Yep, you know exactly who I was talking about. But I didn't say it. Oh, the crying reactions. There's a couple, they don't react anymore, so and I can't remember their names. Well, I do remember their names, but, uh, they used to kill their Juice WRLD reactions, and it's weird. The label let them keep reacting, but I wasn't allowed to react. He would cry, and he would be the tough guy, and then sometimes they would both cry. "Ed I can feel his pain. Oh, oh, stop mold, that'd be perfect. Yes, I did shout them out. They shouted me out first. I interacted with them several times. They said they would like to do a collaboration, and they're no longer doing reactions. And I think what it is their phoniness caught up with them because they took off. They surpassed me so fucking fast. It was like I was running the opposite direction, like I was deleting viewers. And all of a sudden, whoop, their Instagram's gone, their YouTube channel's gone. Nice couple. They figured out the game. and they were having success. I wasn't even hating on them for that. Just I try not to, um, associate myself with people that I feel are fake because, like, if you go into a convenience store and your buddy robs the place and you had nothing to do with it, you were there. I feel if I interact with a bunch of phony reactors, and that's another reason I haven't done collaborations, uh, is I don't wanna do a collaboration with someone that's fake. I mean, my being who I am has caused me some, we'll say, um, it's caused other people's feelings to get hurt because they don't expect me to be who I am. There's a guy who he's a musician who wanted me he got a gig, gonna be a weekly show at some place. He wanted me to MC the show, but do some of my stand-up because he loves my stand-up. So when we met to go over it, he didn't want me to be me. He wanted me to be some fucking not funny dude. So the more I thought about it, I was like, dude, I messaged him and said, "Look, you said that you wanted me to do this because you liked me and my comedy. When we had the meeting, you did not like one single thing about it. You wanted me to do everything that was not me. So I'm not gonna do your show." And find somebody else. I can hook you up with somebody who's a cornball like you're looking for, but that's not me. You know, I I was not invited to some shows because I do my show, and I do my show the way I do it because one of the times I opened for Rodney Carrington, the first time I opened for Rodney Carrington, he had questioned some of my material, told me why, and he said, "But do not ever compromise you or your set or your material for anyone to include me. You get on that stage and do what you do." So I don't compromise for anybody. There's a lot of comedians, I call them commodians, that are not funny, but they get on the shows because they're the cool kids. And because they were the cool kids, the crowd laughs at them. I can't even say laughs at them. They just kind of laugh and they're not funny. I know a lot of unfunny comedians. I use that term loosely, commodians. Um, it just sucks. I see a lot of unfunny fuckers doing shows, getting Netflix specials. There's a lot of unfun people, and because people don't wanna say, "That's not fucking funny." Here's an experiment that I do on Facebook sometimes. I put up this thing that says, "DM me something you've always wanted to tell me." That way nobody copies and nobody knows what you said, and I can't say anything back. That means give me an opinion. There's several, what is his name? Rife. His last name's Rife. There's a guy I was trying to remember his name last week. Is it Mark Rife? Matt Rife. Matt Rife. I really like that dude, man. He's got some major talent. I do watch the David Spade podcast from time to time. I'm not, like, dedicated. I mean, as much as I like Joe Rogan's podcast, I don't watch it all the time either. But yes, I do like David Spade's and he's doing with Dana Carvey. "Mickey, what's up, buddy? Slid in just in the nick of time. You get credit for being here." Um, oh, shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, but I will make a post that says, "Tell me something." Yes, uh, Ryan, Matt Rife is all over TikTok. That dude is phenomenal, man. Oh, no, that's fine, Mickey, that's fine. I get it. It's good. When I ask people to say whatever you wanna say, you can tell me you think I suck, whatever. Not one person will say anything. but let me make a post, just like a joke that offends someone, and god damn, people can't tell me enough. "You suck. You can't say that. Eat shit." I didn't ask for your fucking opinion. When I did ask for it, you didn't say anything. Remember that? Remember? No, you remember when I asked that? That happens a lot. I find that bizarre. When you give someone the green light to say anything they want to, which anybody can do that anyways. I don't care what people say to me. I mean, don't not care, but you can say anything you want to me. I tell people that all the time. Doesn't mean I'm gonna take your advice. It doesn't mean I agree with you, whatever, but if you got something you wanna say it. People won't do that. But when I don't ask for their Mike Merrifield, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure, Keith. I'll have to look him up. Oh, wait. Maybe I do know. Take a that name just to make sure, so I don't forget to look him up. I think I don't know for sure enough to say, "Yeah." Cool. Ted Nugent does that kinda stuff a lot too. He doesn't live too far away from me. He does that a lot. He does a lot of stuff to help local people. Anybody got any more questions? He is. Not saying he's not, but at least he's 100% genuine in what he believes. Helps a lot of people. A lot of people. Wrote me a real nice letter thanking me for the pen that I made him. Sent me some guitar picks. He didn't have to. I didn't ask for that. I thought that was cool. But yeah, he's definitely out there. Uh, no, matter of fact, I don't see Sandra Bullock, but since they got divorced, I think he moved. I think he went back to California. I think. I don't spend a whole lot of time in Austin, mostly because I used to the most I could do is back when I was performing, that was I would go into town to perform and come back. Uh, and when we go see our son, but I know that, Sandra does all of her own shopping and shit. We run into her a lot. Um, I have sorry, Savannah was asking me a question. Uh, I have kind of done I've kind of done that before. Uh, I I don't know, for me, it just doesn't seem interesting enough, but, I mean, the videos y'all see, the only thing I edit out in my video reactions, is when I have a long pause when I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna say. Those long pauses, that's just a lot of point, so that's the edits you see. I never edit out anything I've said, 'cause I don't give a shit if people get mad. If they get mad, they get mad. Uh, Needlessly getting mad, I should say. But no, no, I don't give a shit if they get mad. That's the only thing I edit out. What you see is what it is. So, I guess if I did a live one, you get a lot of, "Oh." I try not to touch my face a lot because it makes editing harder. I talk with my hands a lot. I practice here on the live streams not doing it, but that makes editing hard too because a lot of times I'll mess up and I put my hand up, yeah, so that edit usually shows up. I think if I was gonna do it, it would be on Twitch. If I was gonna do live reactions, I guess I don't really know how the logistics of that would work, but if I did a live reaction here, oh, the time that I reacted to the comedians that people asked me that they thought was so funny, and they weren't funny, that people didn't seem like that. Yeah, YouTube's I think YouTube's probably on the way down the shitter, and I think that they're doing something good. Facebook did the same thing. Uh, Facebook I made $1,000 on 11 hours with views, and they said that I committed a violation. They still paid me my money. "Well, you know how to get a hold of me, so message me and talk." Uh, um, but YouTube demonetized me. Then, before the time was up, they sent I don't know if they said I just heard somebody making some money, it was out of commercials, it was not. They sent a letter saying that they were coming up with new ways to pay us, but they weren't paying us like they used to pay us, which pissed me off. "Wait, you're still making money off me, asshole." But you don't hear me scratch my finger? God, that sounds loud. Good though. Um, but yeah, those of you who know how to get a hold of me on any other social media, feel free to message me and about whatever you wanna know about. Um, but, for the as far as live stream reactions, I just y'all can't see what I'm watching, so it's kinda just watching me sit here and watch. You can hear what I'm saying. Uh, like I said, when I did that comedian, I can't remember what it was. People were telling me about this guy, it was just fucking hilarious. I didn't find him funny. That it's really not fair with comedians because as a comedian it's not that I don't find other comedians funny. I do. I love Daniel Tosh, Bill Burr, Matt Rife. I love comedians, but some comedians that the mainstream people love, I don't. I don't like that dude, what's his name? Fluffy, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't think he's funny at all, not even kinda sort of. I didn't think Ralphie May was funny. He has some funny jokes, and he was funnier off stage to me than on stage. The weird thing about that, Ryan, is I was not a big fan of Tosh Point oh, even though I like video shows. I love Ridiculousness. Love, love, love that show. Matter of fact, every time I'm in the hospital, which isn't very often, but when I do have to go to the hospital and for however long I'm there, I watch ridiculous marathons all the time. Well, when I'm there, the whole time I'm in there. Uh, but I was never a big fan of Tosh Point oh, but his stand-up is amazing. And did you even know that he doesn't do stand-up anymore? He doesn't do anything anymore. He got so rich that he quit doing it. My favorite movie, okay, I list Forrest Gump as my all-time favorite movie. However, I love a movie and I recommend it to everyone, a movie called On Golden Pond. Wrestlers? No, I don't watch wrestling. Right. Danny Mullen sounds familiar, but I'm not positive. That name sounds familiar. I don't watch wrestling. I used to when I was a kid, I loved it. I loved a wrestler named Ivan Putski. And then there's the Blackjack guys, being here in Texas, the Blonde Erics, big with us. I like, uh, oh, shit. Favorite YouTuber? Or are you saying, like, oh, he sent me a vibe today, and it's like, oh, well, then I have to check that out because that doesn't yes, Blackjack Mulligan. Love him. Uh, the Blonde Erics, Iron Sheik, uh, see, that's how long ago that I watched wrestling, but I just don't do wrestling. Um, I'd rather watch a movie with a bunch of fake shit in it. Uh, yeah, and I like that y'all start rapid firing questions real quick. We got 7 minutes left. Uh, yeah, I know. I saw that. That's probably why you came to mind. Uh, well, that was weird. Um, I think it was, like, in the mid-80s that I quit watching wrestling permanent. I remember Andre the Giant, uh, I can just sit here and list a whole bunch of wrestlers from the '70s and '80s that I watched, but wrestling is just not my thing. As far as shit, I like watching golf and baseball. Chris Titus is hit or miss with me. Uh, yeah, just hit or miss. He has some the shit that I like is funny, but there's a whole lot more shit. I can't sit through his whole stand-up. Oh, yeah, Dusty Rhodes, absolutely. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes was dope. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, was that his name? I liked him. Not that I like Ric Flair, but I do love woo! Love that. I still do that randomly at work. Uh, so, Forrest Gump, On Golden Pond, Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, and, Tombstone. Well, actually, Tombstone's up higher than the 2 war movies. I can watch Tombstone over and over and over and over. The first Young Guns, yes, that is absolutely true. Yeah, I know. Mike Tyson's someone that I always respected him as a I do like Penn and Teller. I like their whole gimmick. I like their magic, but mostly I like the attitude. As an alpha male, I prefer other alphas. I like to see people who are that confident in who they are. Their show, Bullshit, I love that. I watched that, and even though I didn't agree with Olin, 'cause some of the shit that they said, I know is not true, but it's a good show. But, yeah, Penn and Teller, I've always liked, and I like the show Bullshit, but mostly I like their confidence. There's a big difference between confidence and cocky. It's a very fine line sometimes, because there are people that tell me I'm God damn, 4 minutes left. Right. If you got questions, ask her. Like I said, if you can if you have something you still wanna ask or some shit like that, those of you that can get with me on Facebook, hit me Facebook, hit me through Facebook, Instagram. I don't think any of you follow me on TikTok. You can message me through YouTube, but it's kinda sketchy and weird the way that shit comes through. So, Instagram's the best way to get a hold of me. Uh, or message me through come find me on Instagram, and then I'll tell you. I explained last week why I don't put that out on here because you never know who's watching, and I'm very, very, very protective of my face. Even though I'm professional on Facebook and have a public account, I'm still very cautious on YouTube what I put out. So, come find me on Instagram, and we'll go from there. Uh, I actually know the answer to that, Mickey. We call orange orange because of the fruit. Alright, cool, Purple. And if your name's different, make sure I know it's you from here. But yeah, I just saw that the other day, Mickey. So the answer is we call orange orange because of the fruit. Kind of odd, how come we don't call green cucumber or red apple? How come we don't call those colors that? That's weird. Man, I don't normally say this, but I'm glad we have less than 2 minutes left. I'm trying not to do the pee-pee dance here on camera. I've gotta piss really bad. Uh, but yeah, I guess between all the other more important live streams that were going on, but y'all have made this amazing. I enjoy talking. It's not how many people come here. YouTube gives a shit because they don't give me credit when people don't show up. But as long as y'all are here talking to me, I love this. Yeah. You ever see that lawsuit? One of the companies that sell water were saying how their water tastes better, and the judge asked them, "How does your water taste better? What does water taste like?" "Oh, it tastes like water." "No shit. What does it taste like?" I thought it was funny. Uh, yeah, from what I've heard, that's how they wrote the song "Satisfaction" from a leaky faucet in a hotel room. That's kind of interesting. But I love when y'all come and we talk. That makes it so regardless of how many are here, it's the conversation that I love. And the fact that we've got a good community here, nobody shits on nobody. Granted, I shit on flat earthers earlier, but I'm hopefully all of you are smart enough not to think the earth is flat. And if you're not, I stand by what I said. You should be wearing a football helmet at all times. Uh, but we gotta cut it because I got cows to feed in this hot ass weather. But I appreciate y'all being here. Be safe. I will see y'all next week. Same Bob time, same Bob channel. Well, they should. Keep them from reading their mind. Oh, shit, gotta go. Y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.